Hello everyone, Zelarinth here, and today we're going to take a look at another account review. This is from the member Muffin within the Discord, and within game they are called Muffin as well. They are currently level 60, and of course my cats decided to join me for this. We're going to kind of do like the other one. This is my second time doing account review. I'm going to try and improve based on some of the feedback I've gotten on the last account review. And so this time we're going to kind of do quickly looking through the characters, then their weapons and kind of their attachments, and I'll kind of give my thoughts and maybe some directions they may want to go. So I can see they are a skin enjoyer just like me. And so we kind of take, first thing is we'll kind of look at the shop. They said they're heavy spender in the beginning, now kind of going to light spending. And so I'm going to guess, okay, so they are going to probably be the staged package person, this is one of the best deals you can get in here. Nice thing I like about it is it's going to help you not only with the good deal on the pulls, but you also can get a little bit of extra energy, and on the very last one, get a decent chunk of affinity stuff for your characters. Although, one big thing when I consider when it comes to spending, these add up to what, 15-30 bucks. I would actually, if you want to go for a longer term value, go over the targeted access boxes right here on some occasion, just because this will give you a little bit extra in terms of those cores, which pulls are important, but those cores are what are going to help you get those common keys unlocked. But it's kind of a mix and match. It's just dependent on what you need, I think, if you're going to spend that kind of money on a patch by patch basis. But let's go ahead now and take a look at the units they have. Now, one thing everybody told me from the last one is I don't need to go to the fortification. Yeah, I just me kind of getting used to trying to make the video on this. But yeah, it tells me exactly what they're at right here. And so right first when we have Tololo, so V6 on Tololo already. That's nice there. A V4 Sabrina. So there's some lost 50-50s there. V3 QJ, so that's good. Already sitting really good on Tololo and QJ, so you are in a good position to me, I would hold off on using standard pulls at this point, and kind of wait to see how your account shakes up as you lose more 50-50s in the future. Because, I mean, Tololo, you've already got everything, and she's ready to go right when Springfield comes out. QJ will get better with dupes, but you may get some of those with lost 50-50s, and so there's no need to rush getting the rest of her dupes, in my opinion, so no reason to pull over those. Let's see, got Macchiato, got the V1, that's a big one there. Suomi, oh man, put a lot of pulls into her. V4 is, I can't remember what V4 was in terms of that breaking point. Okay, so this one just increases her damage a little bit. But yeah, on Suomi, I definitely wouldn't push any farther into her. She kind of falls off in terms of being meta in the endgame, except for Ice Team, simply because sustain is less important. But she's still top tier when it comes to sustain, being able to keep your team alive. So it's not like she's going to fall off and that V4 is completely useless. It's just going to have less value over time. So I wouldn't push for V5 or V6 anytime soon there. Kind of looking at this, I know you look to be a cheetah enjoyer. Have her maxed out using Papa Shah's weapon. That's pretty good there. I need to actually work on my cheetah, since everybody got cheetah maxed out for free. And she is a good sustain for now until we get Cinerisi. So looking good there. Then I seen you have, I believe, is this Ulrid's sword? So you've got your Krolik nice and built up as well, so that's nice. And then Nemesis is, yeah, oh, got the V6 Sharkry, that's good there. As well as a Diane's weapon, this looks to be. Looks like you went kind of heavy on the weapons. I'm seeing a lot of, this one is Diane's, isn't it? Yeah, imprint is on Diane. Have a lot of dupes on some of the weapons. Got Ulrid. And Ulrid is using... This one is, I believe, the Battle Pass weapon. That's kind of different. I'd probably swap out... I mean, I haven't really messed with them, but I would put this one on Ulrid and then that one on Krolik. But I guess it depends on who you're using. Got Veple with her shotgun, it looks like. And then Mosin Nagant. just the purple sniper. Got Parita's light machine gun, it looks like. Yep, so that one's good. Don't have a Parita, but that's nice that you have it, because getting it's going to be very useful, especially if you're going to get Cluke in the future here. And then I'm guessing these are just all your bottom tiers. Yep, you're really investing in them, so that's nothing there. So one thing I can see is you've done quite a few pulls on weapon banners, looking at how many of these weapons you got. Let's see. Yeah, 2 golden melodies. And one thing I can add into this is I can look at, I didn't think to do in the last one, I can actually look at your polls themselves in the history. So we'll take a look at that as well to see your actual history on polls, because you do have quite a few dupes on these weapons. So I can definitely see where you said you went heavy in the beginning. So you are sitting really good on weapons. There's really no big must-have weapons in the future that I can think of, other than maybe Lena's, if you want to get Lena and pair it with their common key on future units. Or Cluke's if you go above the 3, that one's really good. But yeah, overall looking good there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the attachments here. We'll start with Tololo's. We have a V2 on her weapon here. And let's go to attachments. Attack, so you've got 3 of the stats here, decent enough roll, that's always good there. Yep, and you're probably going to be in the similar situation that I am, since you've invested quite wide on your account so far, and I'm just now getting to farming my attachments pretty heavily as well, so I'm going to guess a lot of yours are going to be 2 pieces. And so it looks like you're following the strategy. I would do not re-roll on any of these pieces. Wait until you get a perfect piece before you try and min-max the rolls on them. So you're looking pretty good there. And not too bad on Tololo. Man, your Sabrina is in good shape with this shotgun here. Although you're about to max and dupe it here soon, so... let's see on this. I can't remember. I always forget what she wants on stats, but that looks pretty good. I think you do want a mix of health and defense in there. But I have not started farming for her yet at all. Attack, crit rate, attack boost. This one's going to be, I mean, it's Phase Strike, but I would say this one would be a good starting piece until you get a full burn set for Chahua in the future for her shotgun. So not too bad. I mean, just having the massive dupes makes them really good as well. So you have a really strong team at this point with all of the extras you have. Now, one thing, let's see, what does your Sharkry have? Okay, I mean, you already had 2 dupes of that. I was going to say, I mean, you've already got a lot of good weapons already, but I was going to say, you don't need to calibrate like golden melodies and stuff until you start really getting a good selection of weapons, but you already have that, so it makes sense that you've kind of started calibrating weapons because of that. See how the golden melody. Still don't have the perfect piece there. Pieces are decent enough here. When it comes to farming for your future attachments for QJ, what I've got good pieces like this as well, where I've just got good enough. Because when she eventually is going to get burned, I've moved away now from doing Phase Strike. I've gotten good enough pieces on my QJ and Tololo and others at this point that I have moved to now start farming their specific elemental ones that they're going to want once they get improvements in the future. So that'll be just some advice for your future farming, is moving away from Phase Strike on your units. And so you have a decent Samosek for Macchiato here, so that's pretty good. And hers, you can already start farming her elements right off the bat, so decent piece here. And Ultimate Pursuit increases damage shield. So her pieces here, definitely want to go over the ice pieces. Nice thing, I mean, you don't have a Dush in your team, but a nice thing is that farming for the ice sniper, it's basically farming for both a Dush and a Macchiato because they both want the same set. But you'll definitely want to move off this one to some of your other pieces. I don't know what you have for other pieces in here, if you've started farming them yet. But you'll want to move on Yeah, you definitely want to move from this to the ice set. I don't know why you are farming that, but the ice set is her best in slot there. And I don't... Unless... are you farming for... Is that Springfield's? That might be... I'm guessing maybe that's Springfield's best, and you're farming for her. Not sure on that, but Macchiato's definitely going to want the ice set. Got a Suomi. Got her level 2 weapon. Let's see the attachments here. And she wants attack and I believe she wants both attacks and crit, I believe. I don't think she cares about defense because everything, I think all of her stuff comes off of attack. So you're going to want to focus on attack stuff for her. But this is also, since you have V4, her better set is the other one. I forget what the other set is. And I still haven't farmed it yet either. It's the one that gives you the extra stability. I don't think you have any pieces for it. But it's going to be... We'll go ahead and take a look at it here in... Because I can never remember it off the top of my head. But in this for SMG... We'll just take a look at the sets here. Emergency Repair is the one you want to get for her once you've passed V1. Because... if the ally's HP is fully healed, which now you're healing on her ultimate, and since they have shields, they're generally going to have full HP. It's going to give them more stability, and it can trigger once per turn. This is really big for her, because you're just able to add extra stability with your heal now. So you'll want to start farming that for your Suomi there. And Cheetah, Papashaw's weapon. And so it looks like you're going the healing route on this one. I think that's her best because she does have the heal, so not too bad there. Attack, crit, decent piece there. I can't remember if she scales off of health or not. But nothing too crazy there. I mean, Cheetah you're eventually going to move on from, so I'm not too worried about her kind of stuff. And Cinerisi is going to be the one that you're going to want to replace in terms of your sustain for your burn team, and so that's going to be AR pieces anyway. So just having good enough for now is good. I wouldn't farm specifically for her at this point, but then again, you can always share what you're farming for your Suomi for with her, since they both share SMG. And then let's see with Krolik. I've kind of stopped using my Krolik because she hasn't had much value to me at this point. A lot more of this healing ones. So I don't know what... I mean, it looks like you got a lot of farming for the healing set. You'll want to make sure... I don't know if you don't realize it, but you can switch it up on the... Just make sure when you're going in here... and that if you don't notice it here, you can change here. Make sure you're farming the right sets. But then again, these could be pieces you're just getting that drop from the other content and you haven't really heavily farmed yet, which makes sense if you just have to throw pieces on them right now. Because you're probably in the same situation as me, as you farmed so wide on terms of leveling all your characters, you're really low on your attachments at this point. So Phase Strike here. I'm going to guess, yeah, hers are not going to be as good because you're splitting it amongst so many units. So, I mean, that's one reason you were farming Phase Strike in the beginning in the first place. So, nothing too bad here. I fully expect one of your assault rifles to not have that good of pieces. So, not bad. I mean, at least you have all elite weapons. And then it got Sharkry here. I don't know how good Diane's weapon is for her. What's her... And her weapons before attacking, cleanse one buff from the target. For every 3 tiles moved, damage increased by... So it's not terrible for her. Critical damage against targets not protected. So the big thing is with this weapon on her, you'll probably want to get more crit damage. Decent crit rate, so it works for her. Attack. Oh, there you go. That is a perfect piece, almost. Got a really high on the crit damage. Your attack boost is a little low on the defaults, But this is a perfect AR piece, so that is always good. It's a good thing you got that locked there. And then, yeah, I mean, crit rate's the biggest thing you're going to want, and you have it on all of these. So, not too bad on the Sharkery. Your burn team's looking really good. And I think, is that an Allrid? So she's a physical. So yeah, you'll want to move away from that set for her. I'm guessing you're just getting this from farming other stuff. But you'll eventually want to move away from that set. I believe she's wanting all attack and crit damage here too. And I think you should just naturally get that, because I think Blade's on the sniper one. So you can farm for your Allrid at the same time, kinda, as you're farming for at least that one piece while you're farming for Macchiato. But overall, not too bad on the characters, although there's a lot of pulling on these banners here. So let's actually take a look at the pulling here. A little low on pulls at this point. But let's look at the details here. And can look at these pulls. So the last one you got was a Suomi. And let's see how lucky you've gotten. So it's, what, 6 per? So that was 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. So right at soft pity for a Tololo. So you lost a 50-50. Man, you got a lot of, let's see here. And then that other one should have been your guaranteed. Or is this mixing in... Wait, a Tololo? Does this say which one you pulled on here? This shows everything, doesn't it? So it looks like you pulled on the Tololo banner. Unless I'm looking at it incorrectly here. Another Tololo. Okay, so you pulled on Tololo. I think you pulled on... because this says targeted procurement. This isn't the standard pulls. Let's look at the standard. Yeah, QJ. And you were targeting QJ, so you did go over her V3. QJ. Okay, so you're getting... Got a Tololo here as well. I'm hoping you didn't max out Tololo before this happened. Because that might have been a extra dupe you didn't need there. Got the shotgun. Shotgun again. 117. So you got... Man, you kept getting... You kept getting the shotgun when you used your standard pulls. And Tololo there. Yeah, I mean, this is one reason we were saying wait for the rate up, but, I mean, once you spend them, it's already gone, so Optical Illusion there. So there's where you got a lot of your standard weapons. And then we can, I guess, take a look at your, just a little history on this one. Spoken Calling. So you got 2 copies of her weapon here. Got Diane's weapon. Got it twice there. And that was when you pulled... That was right on release. You went for Oliver's weapon. Okay, so kind of got an idea where... You didn't do too crazy on there. And so let's go ahead and look at how your characters look here in the dorm. Which ones have you decided? Okay, so you're starting to go... You're one that buys the rings as well as like myself, maxing them out. Definitely not going crazy on the spending for getting them maxed out, which is good. I mean, the only value that really gets you is very minimal, so not too bad here. And you don't have Parita yet to get her good key from here. But yeah, moving along on the dispatch. And actually in your... Like I was going to say, make sure... That's just your income. Make sure to get your income when it maxes out like this. Yeah, so... think that is pretty much everything. Let's see how you've done on the boss fight. Have you completed all these? Oh, you should definitely be able to complete these. I would finish up the boss fights here. You've got strong enough characters to do this. Because one big thing is, so you're at least able to get these, but you're gonna want to be able to get these common cores weekly, as well as I like to get the memory sticks. And so if you can get up to tier 8 and complete tier 8, that's going to give you a lot more of them per week when it resets. So definitely, I would push to tier 8 this week. You have all your tickets left this week, so definitely do not use these tickets to just auto it. Just do the next 2. If you want help, just ask in the Discord. We'll definitely help you out with beating this. Heck, I could even help you out watching you do it live to help you get through this. But you definitely want to get to tier 8 and complete that. And then combat exercise. Okay, so it looks, I think you says master here. Yeah, so you're doing that. That's good there. Is that the last one? You want to make sure you get all the way to the top. Yeah, make sure to get the master 1. So be doing this daily. Get the master 1, and then every week you just have to do like 5 of them, and you'll hit master 1 every week. So just get that all the way up. And then military simulation. Have you been doing this a lot? Oh, so you've been doing a lot of this. Top 20, so you're definitely going to get all the rewards here. That's good. Because I rarely get attacked at this point. Have they been attacking? No, you're getting attacked every so often. Yeah, but, I mean, you'll easily be in the top 50 by the end if you keep playing it, so not too bad there. And this one, oh, you definitely need to knock these out. One big thing with these is when you complete the periodic assessments here, you're going to get these rewards on a weekly basis. And so you're missing out on a lot of currency here. So I would push through these this week if you can. I still have to do like the last one. And I've been like, I just need to do it, but I want to do it on stream. So that's why I've been kind of holding off. But you should have no problem with your characters knocking all of these out. And that's one thing you can get help with in the Discord as well. But overall, count looks good. You have a really good setup with characters right now. A little bit of overinvestment in the weapons, seeing as you got some dupes of weapons that it's completely unnecessary. But, I mean, once you have it, I guess, at this point. But you have a decent amount of tickets here. 153. So, the big thing, I think, is if we're going to actually get Senarisi coming up next, my advice would be to pulver her for your burn team. She's going to be good in that aspect. And I think you're in a good position going into the future. If you really are big into if you want to get Kluke, I would just go for a single copy of her at this point if she comes out right after, and then kind of see where you are luck-wise from there. If you want to push for V3 down the road, depending on how you want to spend. But overall, your account's not too bad. I just make sure I wouldn't heavily invest into the weapons as much as you are. And it looks like, I mean, you made the mistake that I think that I would have avoided, which was pulling on the targeted banner for Tololo since she was going to be in the standard rate up. But you have her at V6, so she is ready to go for Springfield. And if you're really wanting to push for a heavy investment in a character in the future, I mean, this is going to be up to you depending on your spending. Springfield is probably going to be your best bet. If I was going to say if there's anyone you're going to V6, which I'd say for most people not to do it, but if there's anyone, I would V6 Springfield over Kluke, and she's definitely going to be farther off, so you'll have time to kind of save up for her. So my advice would be to just get a V0 Kluke just for doing the AoE type content and not worry about even getting dupes on her. And then instead invest in your water team, because you already got a really good shotgun for your Sabrina, your Tololo's V6. Invest in a Springfield when she comes out, and there'll be a core team that can pretty much do anything. But yeah, overall, account is in good shape. You're pretty much in a good spot to kind of go any direction you want. So when it comes to future polls, one thing is, if you want advice on the specific unit in a direction you may want to go, just ask in the Discord, and either me or someone else can help you on giving you advice on that. And I do plan in the future future live streams, since I'm now doing this with account reviews, is I want to try and do live stream viewer polls. If there's anyone that's interested in that, where I'll do the same thing. I can log in their account, and then I'll just be in communication with them, and then I can do their polls on stream, because I know a lot of other streamers do that and they like that. And so if you just want to wait until when I stream my polls, because I will be polling for every single character as they come out, you can just wait for then, and then we can help you with advice on your polls from there. But overall, not too bad. But that'll pretty much wrap it up. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.